State has been trending in recent times, both on the conventional and, of course, social media, over the legal disputes involving the state government and the Federal Inland Revenue Service with regards to the value-added tax matter. We understand that FIRS has appealed that judgment, and reports we are getting is that the matter has been moved from the appeal courts in Port Harcourt to Abuja. Does this sit well with you?
Well, thank you very much. As a lawyer, I don't get perturbed where matters are heard. Matters could be heard in America. Matters could be heard in Britain. Matters could be heard in Afghanistan. What parties require or what they expect is justice. Yes, I was told this morning that the matter between FRS and River State government is now to be heard in Abuja, Court of Appeal. That does not worry me at all, because the President of Court of Appeal has that discretion to decide where matters could be heard. Of course, matters of this nature. So for me, I'm not worried. And it has nothing to do with River State government. It has nothing to do with the governor of River State. But it has to do with the system we operate as a federal system. I see it's funny in this country. Everything is so tribalized. Everything will bring religious connotation. I was not the one who amended the 1999 Constitution. I was never a member of Parliament, and I have never been a member of Parliament. And we felt, by the advice of our lawyers, that look, value-added tax under the Constitution and under the other enabling laws do not reside within the purview of the FIRS to collect, that it is the state government. In every law, there are advantages and disadvantages. There's no law known to man that can be beneficial to everybody. But what we are talking about is, in the present system you're operating, what FIRS is doing, is it legal? Is it proper? Should a party be crucified? Should a state be killed? Because the state said, look, by the Constitution, by the enabling laws, you are not entitled to do what you are doing. My thinking is that anybody who challenges the infraction of the Constitution should be commended and not to be crucified. You know, we're in a country where propaganda has become the order of the day. And I said, it has nothing to do with me as the governor of River State, because my tenure expires 29th of May, 2023. So whatever I'm doing today is not as I go, it will stop, no. So many states, or some states may feel disadvantaged today, but that may be an advantage to them tomorrow. But see, the country we are is that whatever that happens, all we're looking at is today, now, 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 now. Nobody is talking about tomorrow. So we have done what we are supposed to do as a government. But I believe that, look, we have been shortchanged, by the agency of federal government, that they are doing what they are not supposed to do. We did not go to recruit bandits. We did not go to recruit people to attack the agency of doing what they are not supposed to do. What we did is to use the instrumentality of the law to safeguard society, to say, let us do what is right and not what is wrong.
Your Excellency, soon after the Federal High Court judgment on this VAT matter in favor of River State, certain statements were credited to you.
Yeah.
And of course, those statements are trending as we speak.
Yeah.
For instance, you said in June,
Yeah.
15.1 billion naira
Yeah.
was raised in taxes
Yes.
in River State.
Yeah.
But River State got 4.7 billion.
Yes, it's correct.
Whereas in same month,
Yes.
Kano raked in 2.8 billion
Yeah.
in taxes and got 2.8 billion.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
It was live television. I said so. Have they disputed it? What is wrong in what I said? I'm talking about facts. Listen to me. I said, look, if you say from River State government or from River State, you collected for the month of June 15 point something billion, and what was remitted to River State is 4 point something billion, I have no problem. Even though I never called you to come and help us to do that work. Lagos State is not a PDP state. Lagos State is an APC state. So it has nothing to do with political parties. Lagos State collected 46, you collected 46 billion for Lagos State. And you remitted 29 point something billion. We must look at it two ways. Then in Kano, they remitted, you say you collected 2.8 billion. And you gave them 2.8 billion. Now, two ways. If you allow Kano to collect the taxes by themselves, this VAT by themselves, as required by law, Kano will make more than 2.8 billion. Because that 2.8 billion you said, you have already removed not less than 15% of the money. So if Kano State is allowed to collect that money, Kano State will make more than that. Vis-a-vis other states. Okay, assuming we don't even go there, is it justifiable and equitable? If you say I collected 15 billion and you're paying me 4 billion, and there's another state collected 2 billion, and you're paying them by that 2 billion, and I said, what is the justification for that? And now you not turn it to be like, oh, a fight between the North and South. What kind of country are we in? And no, you see, it is important for people to know this. And that is why states in this country today have become beggar states. All of them, everybody goes to Abuja. Mr. President, Mr. DG, Mr. Minister, I have a problem of 100 million to solve a flood issue. The minister may not see a governor. The DG may not see a governor. A governor call me tomorrow at that level. A government of subnational is not begging an agency of the federal government. You see, so these are the things people, governors now are looking at some of them. They have gone to poison the minds of governors. To say, look, do you know if you allow this, you will suffer? No! That is the mistake people make. For me, and I've said it, I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, if it's on selfish interest, if it's on greed, I will not. Because what am I fighting for? Lagos State is APC. Kano State is APC. Ogun State is APC. So many of the states are APC. Kaduna State is APC. But that's not the issue. The issue is principle. What does the Constitution say? It's very funny. It is very, very funny. So, like I said, I don't care. Whether the matter has been taken from Port Harcourt to Court of Appeal, to be presided by God, it's not my business. If God says that is just let it be done. But what for me is, I must state that what is going on is wrong. It is not in consonance with the Constitution. And therefore, we should correct it. So if you now think because I said so, and then you have people who you think will say what, I have no problem about that. But what I do know, I have a conscience. I do have a conscience. I do. And that conscience is not because of this matter. I challenge the federal government on the issue of police trust fund because they were doing what was illegal. It's not fair. You don't collect my money to do your own work. You do your own work. Take your money, do your work. Let me take my money and do my work. It don't make me to be coming to you, to be begging you to survive. And that is what is happening today. Let me just tell you. I said there was a governor who said that he wishes, or his wish is that there should be another Buhari in 2023. You know why? That governor wrote to Mr. President that he needs money to buy the equipment for his airport. You see what beggar status can do for you. You see the point. You see the country we're in. A governor is writing to Mr. President that he needs money to buy equipment for his airport. And that is why that governor will say his wish is that there should be, look, I cannot, because I do know that as far as we're concerned, the country is moving. So if anybody you bring to hear the VAT matter, you know, the only thing people are concerned is about this judge's matter was given on Monday, right? On Monday this week. And it has been like the most fastest state execution known to man, known to our judicial system, but I have no problem about that. All I know that whatever anybody wants to do. River State, we have come out to say, this is wrong. It's not for us. It's entire Nigeria. Whatever anybody wants to do is their business. But what I do, I believe, as a governor of the state, I am satisfied in my conscience. I've done my work, and I'll continue, even if it takes me to heaven, to protect, to protest against it. I will. It doesn't matter. Any state can come together. They can buy any state together. They can give them money. They can tell you, look, you don't allow this. River State is causing problem between which war? But why didn't they say that I'm causing River State between when I went to court against police trust fund? Money that's been deducted. Every time in Nigeria, that is why we are having problem. You see the reality, you won't do it. And you bring ethnicity, you bring religion. And it cannot help us. And that is why we cannot go anywhere. We cannot go anywhere. And I told my friends, governors, who are from, look, in this matter, Ekiti State, as it is today, may not benefit, but at the long run, Ekiti State will benefit. Ondo State is in the southwest, may not be a beneficiary, but this will make Ondo State to benefit tomorrow. Right? Zamfara State may not benefit if this is implemented, but it will help Zamfara State to benefit tomorrow. What we're asking for, development of powers and resources, so that states can be on their own, so that governors can stop leaving their states to Abuja, to be hanging out in hotels and begging. I'm going to ministries and agencies to beg a DG of an agency. I mean, it's quite appalling.
All right, let's move on and talk about current happenings in your party, the People's Democratic Party, which of course has led to several conflicting court judgments. Your Excellency, a lot of people are concerned that the crisis has degenerated to this point of litigations. Is there a political solution to the current crisis?
Well, you see, again, when you say conflicting judgment, and I disagree. You know, like I said, in this country, everything is being politicized. There are people who do not have what it takes to come out to say, I don't agree with you. Let us face the reality. What are the conflicting judgments or orders of court? Let the truth be told. Let us get to the facts of the matter. And that is why the public should be enlightened. We should not depend on what the journalists or what you see on paper or electronic media. What is the problem in PDP? Yes, there were some problems. Yes, elders met together. Yes, leaders met together. Yes, governors met together. And agreed. And understanding. Listen, we won't go out and tell the public this. But we have all agreed. We have a problem. We must solve the problem. Because Nigerians are waiting for PDP. And we all agreed. This should be done in next 3 days. This should be done in next 1 week. This should be done in next few days. Everybody agreed. What did you see? Instead of the people giving that responsibility to implement, what they did was to think that they are too smart, by now refusing to call the necessary meetings as for these implementations to take place. Right. And to box in everybody to say, well, we have gotten to this stage. Let us leave it. And you don't play too smart with people. So some people now say, look, hey, what's going on? We can't allow this. After all, you that is doing this thing, it is out of peace. Because the BOT, governors, leaders of the party say, look, let's leave. No winner, no loser. Then you that they are trying to, pamper to say, okay, let them not be disgraced. Now think they are too smart. Now some people say, no, I think this guy thinks that he's too smart. And then people went back to their villages, to their states. Like in River State, the national chairman was suspended by his word. It was affirmed by the local government. It was affirmed by the state. Right? And then a meeting was to be presided by the former national chairman on a Tuesday. Now, already, these people have got information on a Friday that, look, these people will not call him, they will call on Tuesday so that this man now will play and have elongated the time of the convention to be in November ending. Right? Let us look. So you mean in all these peace prophecies we have made, they are tricking us, so they have to go back home. That's okay. But sir, we are suspended from the party. You cannot be presiding over this meeting. We have been suspended from the party. And let me tell you, whether anybody likes it or not, the favor of PDP was the court. Why? If the suspended chairman had presided over that meeting and decisions were taken, right, people would have gone to court to challenge the entire decision. And there is that probability that the whole of decisions taken will have been set aside.
For Your Excellency, why the rush to kick out a man?
No. Listen. You must understand. Nobody's kicking out a man. Convention is going to take place in October. Does not mean you will leave office in October. By December 9th, you hand over. So that they can use the convention supposed to be 31st of October. They have about 1 month to sort out issues and hand over. Right? So, the man, thinking that he was too smart, to renege from the agreement that was made by the leaders of the party. And the devil said, look, this man is playing a game. Okay, won't agree. Because the danger is that if this man presides over that meeting and decisions are taken, there's a likelihood that people will challenge the decisions and it will lead to everything will crumble and PDP will be in crisis. And by our constitution of the party, it makes provision that if the national chairman of the party is by one word, they are not there, the deputy national chairman of the party, who is from that zone, must act. Right? So there will not be any vacuum. But to say the PDP, because any decision, or if that former chairman presided over the meeting and somebody goes to court, having been suspended, whatever decision you have taken, the meeting you have presided, all decisions will be null and void. Right? And that was it all. Now you ask yourself, there's no law that said no judge can give ex parte order. No law. No law. No law. Rather, in exercising your discretion, you must be cautious. You must do it judicially and judiciously. Now, I don't see anything. I'm coming so that you understand. So when you are carrying your news, the public must have the facts. Now, what happened? Somebody somewhere, when it's a conflict of judgment, and people must hit the nail on the head. Somebody somewhere ran to KB State. Somebody somewhere. And if I tell you the details, it was the senior advocate of Nigeria who arranged this and went to KB to procure an order. Now, assuming the judge in Rivers State High Court who presided, what is the business of the KB judge to dive into the word suspension of the chairman of the party, whether they are wrong or right? It is within the territory of Rivers for the judicial division to decide on that. It doesn't matter which way it goes, right? Now, but went to KB. Now, this order for the Rivers State High Court was highly publicized, right? A senior advocate of Nigeria, who is a PDP member, went and procured that. And that was the embarrassment. Now, the point I'm making there, when we say conflicting orders, who gave conflicting orders? That part. They talked about in Cross River State. What order did the judge in Cross River State give? I have read everything. Because in politics, we are going to so many factions here and there. What did the judge in the Cross River do? What did he do? What was the challenge? He never gave, from what I read, he never gave any order as against the order of the River State High Court. The matter in Cross River State was, look, this chairman, you are the present chairman, supposedly, and you want to run election. And by the rule, and by the law of natural justice, you cannot preside over your own matter. It's like INEC chairman wanting to run to be president of Nigeria. And then he stays and makes all the guidelines and rules. And stays to contest for president of Nigeria. Tell me, what will be the result? And so the people in Cross River said, look, this man, he wants to be chairman and he wants to come back as chairman. And he wants to preside over the convention process. Nominate those who will be the convention committee members. Right? When you have nominated all of them, so what is the essence of going for election? And then I said, look, no. You cannot do this now. Wait. Don't preside the meetings that will nominate members of the convention committee that will conduct the election that you want to run. And that was what those who went to the court in Cross River State did. And so there was no dispute or conflict as regard to the issue in Rivers. The only issue as regard to conflict of judgment was the one that even the judge in Kebbi State sat on appeal against the order of the River State High Court. If you read it, you will see, he said, the purported suspension. So the judge knew there was a suspension and then granted that order purported suspension. That is where we should talk about conflict of orders. But I thank God that today the court in Kebbi has said, look, we have set aside that order. We have no jurisdiction. And that is the way things are. You see, we like to rush into things without getting facts. People should. I like what the CJN did. I do. With all due respect, I do. Because I cannot be at the head. And I'm hearing things going on. It means I'm not serious. So the step taken by the CJN is the appropriate step that anybody who is a leader should do. But in doing that, we must look at the facts. Where did the conflicting order come? Who gave the conflicting order? So it's not enough for people to just, out of sentiment, there's an order. But I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, what I do, I call. I'm a politician. We are going to do so many things happen. I read what is the problem what was the problem in Cross River. The problem in Cross River, look, you are contesting an election. You want to preside over who nominate convention committee members that will be the one responsible for conducting this election you want to contest. Some people said, no, now. This is against the law, not just say. If that is the case, please, hold on. Let the deputy chairman and the rest be the ones. Let them settle this. That is not the conflicting order of that given by the judge of the River State High Court. In fact, today, I say, PDP is alive today because if that chairman had presided over that meeting and decisions were taken, PDP would have been in a mess. And I was thinking that the ruling party had a hand because I couldn't believe that a man where everybody had agreed, settlement has been made, and on his own tried to betray the whole. BOT slept. No, they never had a sleepless night. Governors, former presiding National Assembly members came out with stakeholders. Everybody agreed. In fact, what was to be put out and national dailies, we said no, don't do it because it should be an enhanced. For 3 weeks, they betrayed it. And so,
Your Excellency, Chief Barrister Wike, Executive Governor of River State, thank you for your time and intervention.
Thank you for coming to get some of these facts. It's important. Some of you who are there, I may not know. People carry all kinds of stories.